Oh, we're rolling now?
Alright, welcome everybody for another Spectre Studio Bat Rep. We're back for X-Wing. So just to let you know that we're our fathers, so you're going to hear a lot of background children. One is already in my arms because he's attached. So we're going to be doing X-Wing again. We went with 100 points. We have an interesting theme that just kind of suddenly developed though. So what do we got?
Well, I decided to do something completely different. I went cheap points on ships and pilots, so I've got all the lightweights for the Rebel side. And we've got the Gray Squadron pilot, the Gold Squadron pilot, the Rookie pilot for the X-Wings, and the Outer Rim Smuggler for the YT-1300. In a strange quirk of fate, the one time the Rebels actually outnumber the Imperial ships on the table insofar as our experience goes.
Yeah.
So I guess the story of this one's going to be the Rebel rookies are out on patrol. They come across a smuggler who's trying to dodge them, and they end up chasing them right into an Imperial patrol.
That smuggler happens to be Kath Scarlet. I'm going to be going with her. My list was more to my favorites. I'm bringing Dark Curse, Kath Scarlet. You've seen them in a couple of my bat reps before. Adding Turfiner to the list. I've never used him, but the interesting thing again, the way the themed out was, I kind of went elite. Went away from the Academy pilots and the TIE Fighter spam. So this is going to be a total reversal where the Imperials are moving and then shooting before any of the Rebel ships have even fired back at them. So this will be a very interesting game.
Yeah, interesting, you said.
Like I said, it is different. So we'll try to keep the noise and situation to this as best we can and kind of go through things. We're going to go a little longer. So we're going to do the handheld one instead of the quick turn base. We felt that the views on the longer one had a lot more views to it compared to the short recap ones. So we're going to go in that direction with this bat rep and see how things go.
All right. So 100 points, Imperial versus Rebel, rookies versus elite. Moff Tarkin. Having received intelligence that the Rebels would be escorting a smuggler in from the Outer Rim, carrying some vital, important cargo, dispatched Kath Scarlet, a mercenary bounty hunter, to the planet of Alderaan to intercept the cargo and return it to Moff Tarkin. Giving Kath Scarlet an escort of Dark Curse and Fanir Tufir, they arrived at Alderaan just as the Rebels were escorting the YT-1300 into the orbit of the planet. A desperate battle ensued.
Alright, for the Imperial forces, I took Kath Scarlet. She has the mercenary pilot and heavy laser cannon and the engine upgrade. Gives a lot more firepower. Engine upgrade I took to hopefully give her more better positioning against Spectre while. I also took Dark Curse. He has a stealth upgrade, give him a lot more defensive capabilities. And Turfinier for the first time. He also has a stealth upgrade and marksman. Spectre Wild took a Gray Squadron pilot with the ion cannon upgrade, a rookie X-Wing pilot with nothing, the Gold Squadron pilot also with an ion cannon, and the Outer Rim Smuggler with the engine upgrade, which he uses to perfection, it seems. So here we go. The setup from the earlier part. So this Outer Rim Smuggler is going to boost forward, and immediately Spectre Wild starts to do the boost action. And as you can see, it's a pretty clever turn by him. He is going to make this hard flank. The much younger pilots all staying in formation. So I pretty much come right at him. And I'm showing you as a very speeded up so we can kind of get things moving. So Dark Curse, Turfinier just boost right on forward in the area, as well as Kath Scarlet coming on the right flank. I also end the boost to try to get a little bit more range. So it ends up really not me being in range of really anything, just pretty much out of everything. And the great ability of the YT 1300 is of course the 360 arc. So Spectre Wild is going to pretty much be able to layer a shot at me. Takes some time for Spectre Wild to kind of plan, but you can see he finally realizes that Turfanier is pretty much the more optimal choice. So it's got 2 shots in. Turfanier is going to have 5 dice because of the 3 agility plus 1 for the stealth device. And he's got an asteroid field in the way as well. So quite a good option for me to dodge that. However, it was the elusiveness action that I took just in case, which paid off to be fortunate, because otherwise I would have completely lost the first hit already and lost its self device. So again, here comes Spectre Wild. Now he is pretty much duped the fake move to the right for himself and has really cut in. And then the squad just makes a hard bank right into me. I wasn't really anticipating this move. With the move off, I just thought he would be looking to kind of like skirt the area, so he kind of really ran right back into me with this squadron move. I just thought with the elite fighters and me having the first shot over his fighters that this would be a pretty risky turn. But as you can see, it pans out pretty well because now Dark Earth maneuvers into a bad position. Turfanier tried to do a coup de grace, and that fails, so he runs right into the X-Wing. And that puts Gas running into Turfanier. So losing a lot of actions right off the bat when a lot of this is going down. So that was a pretty good maneuver on Spectre Wild's part. So shooting at the back ships, and I pretty much don't. I get only a shield off the first Y-Wing. And Turfanier is going to choose a target here, which is probably going to be able to be that same Y-Wing. So pretty close range and completely whiff. So that was really unfortunate. I really had a good opportunity to at least do some damage. The X-Wing would have been kind of limited in choices, but it was not to be. So Spectre Wild hiding a shield, making sure that you guys can see exactly how the ships are protected and what their armament has been. So a lot of favorable targets for Spectre Wild. He opts to go, I believe, for Turfanier. So just checking if it's range 1 or 2. It's pretty close. We're trying to make sure we got the right range, because as you know, the extra dice at range 1 is a pretty big deal. So it's pretty much at range 2, I believe, because it is range 3 or range 1. So he gets a strike there, and Turfanier is able to dodge that first fusillade of weaponry at him. The other rookie pilot, I believe, is now firing at Kath. Sorry, it's a little bit difficult for me to roll and hold the camera at the same time. So there's all dodges there. And the X-Wing, I think, now is going on Kath Scarlet because he is touching Turfanier.
Well, I think this is actually the Y wing. So I see 3 dice. Oh, there's a 4th dice. So yes, it was the X wing. So 2 hit crits there, and because I didn't get no action, it knocks 2 shields right off a Kath. So a pretty good rolling shot there compared to what I was able to do. And now the YT 1300. Also, I believe shooting at Turfinier. And he's able to get out of that. So that was the shooting phase, the first turn. So we go into maneuvering phase, and now this Outer Rim Smuggler has now closed the gap immediately, and has a complete range of firing anywhere he wants. He takes the focus because he basically cannot boost anywhere because it would run into one of the other ships. And now the rebel ships really kind of scatter. But they show the range of speed. The rookie pilot is going to do a coup de grace. And this is the first impact for the rebel ships. There weren't many. So Dark Curse, he also will turn around, stressing himself out. Kath Scarlet does the same thing, stressing herself out. And as well Turfinier. Now this is a big turn for me. I felt like I should really have done pretty well with this. I've got each of the rebel ships now in a pretty good spot. And because they're stressed, there's no actions. And I think I got a couple hits there. So it'll knock off some shields. So I got 2, really stripping down one of the Y-wings. It's not bad. Turfinier will continue to fire upon that same Y-wing. And really didn't do well. I did half. So I got 2 there. But amazingly, he gets these dodges. So it was only 1 hit on the rebel ship. Dark Curse will continue to fire, trying to really gang up on one ship, try to even the odds. And he gets a couple. And none. So we did do a lot of damage, but really no critical, didn't really get through a lot. So the Great Squadron pilot has taken 3 hits, he's got 2 remaining. This was the critical, which ended up really being Blinded Pilot. That's what it was. So, Stun Pilot. So, did alright, but did not kill him with 3 expert firing ships. Again, they had to do the flip around to get on point, so really no other actions to really help them in that situation. And now the rebels return fire. So, the more obvious choice here pretty much was that Turfinier was pretty close and stressed, so he's got really only his agility for protection. Spectre pilots who were not killed or have any real effect on him take the opportunity to really punish him for not really getting rid of them. So here's 2, and again my roll, 4 dice, and I got 1, I believe. So the stealth device now is gone. He is hit. So he's got 1 damage on Turfinier now. And the other Y-wing now will do the same thing, ganging up on him. And that pretty much kills Turfinier. So not able to help kill that Y-wing. Turned a pretty key moment there. Now the rest of the ships are able to kind of choose other targets course, Dark Curse is pretty much not a serious threat to me, but they decided they're going to try a shot at him anyways. So long range shot from the X-Wing. And Dark Curse is able to get away from that. And then now the YT-1300 shooting through the asteroid. And he doesn't get anything. But destroyed ship of the Imperials. So now it's 4 ships versus 2. So the situation going pretty well for the Rebels. The Outer Rim pilot, again using the engine upgrade, just maneuvers right out of the area. And you can really do that with the 360 arc. He doesn't have to really plan for firing range, he just really needs to get himself some space. And Spectre is doing well. And now here comes what he does now that he has the ships, the real big maneuverable ships. He bulldogs the X-Wing right at Kath. And that pretty much will be a key move here. So Dark Curse really kind of limbering along, and Kath runs right into the X-Wing. So this has been a real issue for me in this game. That's the first of what you're going to see a lot of what Spectre Wild's tactics is. So going after the gray pilot, I should have really been able to do more. And it's just one gets through, but really nothing more than that. So close, but not enough. One more hit would have gotten by, it would have really finished him off, would have really been helpful. Dark Curse turns his focus. These are 2 hits. And sure enough, he dodges one, uses the focus dodge another. And a very fortunate maneuver there. And that keeps the Great Squadron pilot alive. So things not going very well for me. Now the X-Wing is pretty much out of play, but that's fine because he basically denied the action to Kath. And this is pretty much another good move and the advantage of Y-Wings in some cases. So this is ion cannon fire at Kath. So he is rolling very well. 3 hits are pretty much going to go right through. So this is pretty much taking me a bit to get some dice here. Or pretty much I know that. I already know what's going to happen, so can't really dodge it. So shield gone and ion. So the other, this is Gold Squadron, taking his ion cannon at Kath and changes the focus to 2 hits. So I need to dodge these. Do not. I lose the other shield. So Kath now has no shield and is now forced to do a straight maneuver as it takes 2 ion blasts to paralyze a larger ship. Now that that's happened, the Outer Rim pilot pretty much seizing the opportunity. Shields have been stripped from Kath. So that's where the shots are going to go. And Spectre Pilot hits both. And I don't save any. So 2 hits. So lost all shields, ion, and 2 damage hull. Pretty much going very poorly for Kath. Now, this was a slick move. Again, the maneuvering and the bulldogging that we're looking at here. So, Outer Rim pilot making the first move. Gold Squadron is circling now Kath, who is paralyzed in space. And he basically does a 1 move, which means that the X-Wing cannot clear Kath. And the Great Squadron pilot maneuvers around to get a better position. So Dark Curse trying to boost forward, trying to really clear some maneuvering room, really puts him out of the fight. Wasn't really seeing a lot of that, and this little move I wasn't seeing as well with either. I wasn't really thinking it could stick, and I get stuck. So those 2 ships in full turn do not even move. So there, that's where she sits. No action either. So again, a big double whammy. So I have the rear gun, and I'm going to fire it on the Gold Squadron pilot. Try to hopefully do something. I could have really used a fortune to break there, but what it does ends up stripping only a single shield from the Gold Squadron pilot. Again, just not putting that immediate pounding. Dark Curse doesn't have the angle, so like I said, the maneuver just put him out of play. So I had two ships that really struggling to do anything, and the rebel ships are just circling like vultures, ready to pounce on me at any moment. So Gray Squadron Pod is really the only choice. He actually has the angle to Dark Curse. So that's the way the game has been going so far. But it's long range, so it gets a single hit, but it's going to be 5 dice of stealth here, 5 dice of dodging, which I get because of the stealth device and the range. So Dark Curse at least was safe from that point. And now Gold Squadron looking to capitalize on Kath's misfortunes. So taking full slot of the weaponry, change that to try to change that to a hit, but he had used that focus earlier to evade one of Kath's shots. So apologizing and removing the icon, so it's only one, which is good that he didn't get that, and Kath was able to he still gets hit for 1. So didn't quite save her fully, still taking 1 more damage. Now she has 3 total. Outer Rim Pilot puts 2 more shots, his shots into her, hitting with 1. Kath was fortunate to at least make 1 dodge there. So kind of got away with only taking a single hit, but still not able to really put any damage back into the rebel ships. So we're back in the maneuver phase. Outer Rim Pilot looking to get close. Decides to continue to cause issues, and again trying to roadblock. That's the real reason the boost. Gold Pilot is really just looking to see if Kath will get in the way. The rookie pilot knows that he can't really do any more. Kath is going to go right by him, so he's going to kind of set his maneuver up. And Gray Squadron Pilot now is looking to clear, or he try to clear, just try to maneuver in. So Dark Curse gets into position. He should have a good angle of that opportunity. Kath just decks it out. I had my main gun, so I decided to just really pull out of there. I'm getting a little tired of the blocking going on, so really went full deck out. Firing rear guns once again and completely whiffed. I don't have many ships, and when you roll like that, you're really going to struggle in a game. And that's exactly what's happening there. Dark Curse fires upon the Gray Squadron Pilot. Going to take the gamble. That's going to be 2 right there. Need to get a ship out of play here, and he has not cleared the stress, so he is not able to do that. That's the 2 hits I needed, and the Y-wing is out of play. So that's good news. Finally got 1 ship out, and basically I told Spectre, well, I'm trying to get the hell out of Dodge. So the Alpha Squad, the Gold Squadron Pilot is out of the ion cannon range, so Kath was able to maneuver out of that. So now it's left to the Outer Rim Pilot, who is close enough, and he's going to dump a full facade into Kath, because she is hurting right now. And he only gets 1. And she is able to make that 1 focus to a dodge. So Kath got lucky out of that one. So we got 1, but they still have the numbers. So again, he's just continuing to try to get in Kath's way. So he does the turnaround right in front of her. The X-Wing trying to get back into play. The Y-Wing is now going to maneuver in, planning on that Kath will not be able to use an action. And that's pretty much where things going. So I turn Dark Curse around, forcing stress as I try to really get back into maneuvering. And again, there you go. Kath is blocked again. So, don't have much option. I have to basically fire at the Gold Squadron pilot. Got a couple hits there. That will get through, and that strips him of his last shields. Now he is bare. I have an opportunity, but he's still got 5 hull. Dark Curse looking at the Outer Rim pilot. Smuggler. And fire away, scoring 2 hits. No dodges, so only a couple more shields taken off from him. I really haven't been able to deal with him. So he is nowhere near as in jeopardy. So of course the X-Wing is out of play. And now the Gold Squadron pilot going to continue to fire into Kath. He's looking to now kind of beat on her a little bit, so he's continuing to use the ion. Is his choice, hoping to. He's lost the other one, but if he can build up again, he can force my hand into the maneuver. And again, so take another damage and ioned again. So this one won't have the effect. I still can maneuver, but if he hits me next turn again, I will not be able to maneuver. So the YT-1300 Outer Rim Smuggler going after Dark Curse, and I am able to dodge. No, nope. I take a single hit. So sorry, I can't fully see the die. So Dark Curse is hit. Stealth device is gone, and trying to get back into this. So he kind of shins and bombs right through me. The Gold Squadron pilot closing in behind. The rookie pilot boosts back in, kind of like just really layering the area. So I maneuver Dark Curse, but not really getting many targets. Had to clear stress. Wasn't able to do much more. And here I make a turn. I decided to get bold and boost Kath so I could get some shots on the Rebel Falcon, YT-1300. He dodges, so it ends up doing nothing. So the main action I could have taken, and I don't get any reward from it. So Dark Curse wasn't able to fire, but the rest of the ships can. And this is the Gold Squadron pilot, and he is getting 2. Try to dodge. I get 1, and take the other evasive. So he survives so far. And now short range for the Outer Rim Smuggler. He fires, hits twice. I roll a dodge and roll blanks. And Dark Curse is no more. So now I'm down to a single ship. It is all left to Kath. She is outnumbered 3-1. This Outer Rim Smuggler is still very capable, as is the rookie pilot. The Gold Squadron pilot has no shields, but he is still fully healthy. So just kind of getting in maneuvers around me. I maneuver in. I'll target lock the rookie pilot. I'm going to try to go full out. Spend the target lock for the cluster missiles. So this will be double attack. This should hopefully get me back into the game. I get, I believe, one of that. So 1. That will strip a shield. And I'll get a couple more. And he dodges that one. So only 1 gets through. It is a critical hit. and it is again another stun pilot. So doesn't have to worry too much about it. He's kind of already done crashing into me, so he's not going to get any extra damage, and I did not put him away, so he's only taking 1 damage, leaving him 2 remaining, but he is still has an angle enough to shoot me back. The next wing, that's 4 dice. Still trying to make sure that he does have the angle. Fires away, and I am not able to dodge enough, and Kath will go down. It is a victory for the Rebels. Spectre Wild has won.
Alright, finally, a victory for Spectre Wild, and apparently like low spanning with small young ships works just as well for the Rebels as it works for the Imperials. I'm going to we went the rookies and the overwhelming. Biggest factor here was what you did with Kath, just blocking her constantly in this whole battle was a big play on it. I wasn't getting able to leave any of the extra firepower that was kind of going on or any maneuver, so she was pretty good at sitting up. I
think I'm getting really good at the maneuvering the ships and really using that whole blocking aspect, and bumper cars, I guess, is the best tactic.
Yeah.
And of course, you know, stand back Han Solo, stand back Lando Calrissian, outer rim smugglers on the scene, and a couple of basic pilots for the Rebels finally won a battle. So apparently it's not for me. It's not the unique abilities of the characters. It's just getting them in the table.
Well, it goes into dice percentages. Everyone's kind of like hammered out dice. They get to have more ships. You throw more dice. Percentages are they're going to get through. That's the way it kind of goes.
Well, and the more ships, I had the better ability to set up my blocking. And
that, like I said, that was key. You don't get actions. You don't get blocking aspect. And of course, we have the little ones here that tough place when we play here. We're still trying to get through a little bit. We don't have our own little studio, so we have the background noise kind of going on with it constantly. The one thing I'm going to say though, if I'm going to do a lot more of these Kath things, the new upgrades coming out for the Fantasy Blade, as mentioned, that would really help with the blocking. So that will definitely change the tactics. So as you see these battle reports that we're putting out, there's definitely more things coming down the road that allow you to change your game and show things different.
Yeah, it's going to be coming out with the Lambda class shuttle. I'm looking at the advanced sensors that allows you to do a maneuver before you move.
Yeah.
So you can focus, target lock, or boost before you move.
Yeah.
So it changes the order that you can do.
And there will be things that also allow you to see the other maneuver before you choose yours, so you can change the maneuver and then play more of those blocking games. Out there. So thank you again. We hope you enjoyed this X-Wing Bat Rep. Again, a little bit of format different that we put out there for you. So again, comment, let us know what you think. Also, share, subscribe. We're really trying to push up our numbers up to the 100. So let everybody know that we're trying to help them out. Like I said, we apologize for the struggle with children, but we're a father of 3 kids each, so it happens when we're putting these together. This is a summer vacation, so we got to kind of deal with them. So this is the way they work with. So we hope you guys again enjoy, and again subscribe.
All right, thanks for watching.